Hello, guys. Good morning. Praise the Lord. Welcome back to Chelsea Farms. My name is Fiona, and I am the CEO and co-founder of this farm. And today I'm taking you through part 2 of our garden tour. This is our third pasture garden, and today I am at the farmstead. These gardens are all located at the farm. The previous video I showed you 2 other gardens, but those are a little bit of the farm. But this garden, I've shown you this garden before when we were doing clearing, because it had lots and lots of grass. Yeah, this is a garden, and in this garden, as you can see, this is where I planted the Boccaria mulatto. I planted the seeds in here in rows. Yeah, as you can see the rows, and I do watering every day. It's a small piece of land, so it's not really that difficult to plant. I plant and I weed almost daily whenever I can. So still waiting for germination. It's directly as you enter the main gate. It's the first thing you see on your left. Then right after this garden, as you slope down as you slope down on the right hand side, just here, starting from this area, you can see we tilled this whole part, because this is our first crop garden. This is where we're going to plant our food crops, because you cannot own a farm and then or a huge piece of land like this and buy food. So this has been tilled, and all we're waiting for is for the rain, and then we can start planting. In this same piece of land, I'm going to cut a small piece right at the bottom for my nursery, or somewhere I can start seeds. Yeah, we're still waiting for the rain, but the way you can see today, the skies are really gloomy today, and the whole of yesterday it was threatening to rain. So yeah, hopeful. Looks like the rain is almost here. That big, but with what we want to do with it, you can grow quite a number of vegetables. Want to do lots of vegetables, green vegetables, root vegetables, all the foods that we love to eat. Bananas, the yellow bananas, some matoke, not too much, just to supply us with food. Our food. This is our first garden. We are planning to have 3, but this is the first one right next to the store, the hay store. And right in this corner is where I'm thinking of putting my nursery bed, all the way to this coffee plant, and making almost like a triangle, and I'll go as I progress, or depending on how many seeds or how much I need to plant. Yeah. Right now the ground is really hard, but once it rains the ground will soften. Everyone is actually tilling their land. It's a season for tilling the land for everyone in the whole village, preparing for planting season. So after the garden, we slope down. That's the store for the hay and the structure. We haven't yet done any updates on that, but hopefully soon, once we go back to the forest and cut some more trees, then we'll do some more adjustments. I showed you our ducks. I'm still here. This is my mom. She's clearing the front of the house at a slope and can be dangerous if you're not careful. Right here, these are, you know, that super nappy I showed you that's in the forest. Once it overgrows, it creates these hard stems, and you can use these stems for building. In fact, back in the day, although these days people no longer build houses with these, but back in the day they used to build houses with this and with mud or soil. And right there, that's our grass that we'll use to thatch our hut. We'll need our hut to be around here, right next to the house. So right in the back side of the house, this is our second crop garden, and this is where it starts from, and right between the toilet and the house. So it does start from exactly at the edge of our boundary, our fencing, and it goes all the way to the top. It's also quite a lovely piece of land. Tilling has been done already, so all we have to do is plant. I'm very excited for what we can do with this place. All the herbs and the spices and the crops. I love gardening, and having an outdoor garden, multiple, because our goal is to at least do 80%. With the grace of God, do 80% of our food, grow it. So the plan for this third garden is where you see this pile of weeds straight all the way to the boundary, and also going to the opposite side where you see this eucalyptus tree as you slope down. You can see we have staff helping us till the land that side. We're supposed to till, I think, half of it to where you see the burnt area, all the way to the boundary. This whole area is where they cut this long grass that we're going to use to thatch our hut, and we sprayed it to kill it. So all this land, we are going to use it. We are going to use it for growing crops, and the first crop we're actually going to put here is going to be maize. I already have the seeds. It's going to be maize. This whole area that is burnt. The reason for this burning, we had these huge weeds like the one this seen in the pile all the way to our boundary. In this path, we're going to put a small gate and also put an enclosure on our boundary. Because this place can become extremely wet, that's why you see most of the boundary is dead. There's no pole, there's nothing, because the poles easily rot. So we are trying to see what else to do. But most of all these things, again, waiting for the rain, because you cannot plant anything. The ground is hard. So this will be our third garden. It will be literally almost surrounding our pond, this whole area. It is quite big. Probably we may not use the whole piece of land for growing food crops, But when it comes to maize, so yeah, this is the area. And as I was saying, we are going to have this whole piece of land dug, the whole of it. Yeah, just like he is doing right now. Oh, by the way, this is the area near this. This is where I wanted to put like a few beehives in that hill. It has a nice covering, and so this is where he's digging. And the reason for wanting to put maize here and having huge supply of maize is because maize, we need it for our own consumption, for our staff, and also for some of the other animals that we might have, and birds especially. Yeah, he still has a long way to go because it's all the way to this opposite area. But this is what he has so far done. Yeah. And as hard as the ground can be, because this area is next to the pond, it's in the valley, and most of farmland here, the valley is always wet, because even now you can't tell in the dry season, but it is wet. So once it rains, this whole area will be moist and it will be wet. And this piece of land, the reason we had to use it, it never goes out of season. You can plant right now anything you want, and then once you harvest, you can plant again. Continuous planting. All you have to do is probably add in some manure. So yeah, this is where he's going to first dig all the way to the opposite, so this whole place. Once it's done, we will plant the maize. And also I have this other pasture called sugar graze or sorghum, but it's for animals and it's very good for silage. It will also go here. And I was thinking maybe we should extend this garden to this stump, extend it to that stump and plant any pastures, any seeds that we might remain with. So yeah guys, that is my third garden, our third food crop garden. I cannot wait to have plants and fruits, basically food forest for both animals and human beings. So it has started drizzling. That makes me extremely happy. This whole area, all the way to here, about here, I want to have fruit trees as you go up. And also on the boundary, we're going to plant more. We only have about 3 from the gate. We only have about 3 trees that we're able to plant. But once it rains and it looks very beautiful for rain, it's actually drizzling right now, I should be able to add in eucalyptus trees because I want them to make a line all the way to the top. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a short and sweet one. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I pray the Lord watches over you and keeps you. Till next time, to do.